So what other banks? Okay, so that our viewers know, all right, if they want to start this trading journey, maybe
So saying what banks to stay away from, or what banks we recommend.
let's first start with like just some banks, maybe be aware of these ones, and then we can chat about some banks that we are currently using to trade with.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Top of the list for me, I would probably say ABSA has been the most clued up, the most helpful.
I see.
I would then put Discovery Bank as second. Both of those banks I've had multiple times where I've needed help, I've really needed help. And when the investigator says to you, we're going to call you in 72 hours, sometimes it's another day or two, but they call you.
Yeah.
They call you, they ask you for everything that they want from you, they give you details to help you figure the situation out, and then they resolve it for you. So those would be my top two, personally.
I agree with that as well. Like I would say, for me personally, I'm not sure about ABSA. I don't have an account with ABSA, but honestly, in my experience, Captech was quite good. What's that? Discovery Bank was really good. I find also, because when I have like issues or whatever and I need to speak to the bank, it's really helpful when you talk to like an investigator or something, and they know what you're talking about.
Are you talking
Discovery
about
Bank and stuff? Yeah, because it's so frustrating when you're calling like a fraud department or something like that,
and they don't know what you're
and
talking
they don't know
about.
what you're talking about. Now you must explain to the person
every time you call in.
Now you explain exactly what you're doing, but and then this doesn't sound right. And you're like, no, go look. You will see it's all above board. It's all legal. I've got all documentation needed for a proper proof of sale or proper transaction. But you have to still go through the time of explaining it to these people and stuff, and it can get frustrating.
A big thing for me when I started trading, when I had to call the bank. Now, like, Discovery has a toll-free line. You can call Discovery and it won't cost you any airtime. But I never knew how big of an expense airtime was gonna be. Like, you need to call the bank so many times, and then you're on hold. You're 20th in the queue, so now you have to wait. Now you eventually get through to someone, and you try to turn the speaker on, but you ended the call. I'm not saying I did that or anything ever, but yeah, make sure you got airtime. But my point was that I like Discovery because they have a toll-free call line, so they don't charge their customers for calling in with their queries and stuff. Because I feel like I pay to bank with you guys. Why am I paying
a lot per month
to try and resolve it?
Yes, yeah. You guys should be calling me. It's your job to fix this, and now I'm spending airtime. You can on some calls you can definitely $50-$70 on like a long.
I've spent over 300 Rand on calling African Bank. I've literally sat in my car outside where I was working before, calling African Bank. I loaded my phone with 100 Rand, ran out of airtime. Loaded my phone with more airtime, called them back again, had to sit on the phone line again, and ran up like another 100 and odd bucks.
Sounds like Time Bank as well.
Similar.
Bank, oh man, you are the branch. And when you get to an agent, then they hang up the phone on you, bro. And you wait this entire time, and you eventually get through to someone,
and you feel like, oh my word, it's my savior, and then they put it down,
and they put the phone down, man, and you're just like so angry,
and just like. Sometimes I even feel demotivated. I'm like, I finally got somewhere. Now it's back again.
Now you're back at the damn song.
You know what?
And those songs, they're like mind numbing.
Bro, it's got that fucking guitar.
Bro. You have to dance to it, else you go insane.
It's elevator tunes.
Yeah, bro, and with Time Bank you have to listen, because if they say hello and you don't respond in like a second,
you become a statistic.
You gotta be, hey, yes, I'm here.
You gotta let them know.
They go, hey, how are you doing today? Put the phone down, no reply.
Absolutely terrible.
Bro.
Okay, for me, I think my experience is a little bit different to you guys.
Initially.
I think Netbank is just not appropriate for P2P trading.
Not at all.
Man.
I never even actually tried using them or anything.
I didn't even bother.
Yeah,
when I heard about the 30 minute, it takes 30 minutes for an instant payment.
Terrible. What?
Why call it an instant payment? It doesn't make any sense, man.
You know what? Actually, I only
The instant can take up to 30 minutes.
I only realized that was a thing when I got a payment from like another trader who was buying crypto from me. And this guy sends me immediate payment and I'm like, what is going on? Like, why have I got received anything? It's been 20 minutes. I went on Google, I'm like, what's going on? Net bank payments. And then I see, okay, it can take up to 30 minutes for immediate payment to reflect.
It just takes 30 minutes. Even it says it can take up to 30. I've never had it faster. Every time it's just fucking.
For those of you who are still watching, hopefully you are, the reason we need things to be automated and quick is because we're trading with people who are needing to trade. So maybe they need our crypto for some pattern or some trade they're wanting to do now. Trades change within 5 minutes. So if I take 2-3 hours to conduct this trade with this guy, by the time he gets his crypto, maybe things he or she were planning on trading that crypto for has now foregone, right? So everything's just very quick in this space. So you can't have banks
that are delaying things. That's instances like that where it's 30 minutes, it makes a difference.
100%, man.
Makes a big difference.
And the proof of payment also takes that long to receive. So when someone's made a payment to you, when they tell you they've made a payment, they can't even show you because your proof from the bank only gets emailed to you
half an hour later.
Half an hour to an hour, right? I think that's the...
It takes quite a lot of time to reflect. I remember specifically with Nedbank, actually you and I were trading at the time. We would struggle quite a lot with those Nedbank payments because we'd have to wait, and bucks would build up the whole day and you're waiting to withdraw your bucks, but you don't have the right slip. So we would have to stand around. Like Luca and I would go for lunch.
Because you can't touch that money until you verify.
You have to make sure.
Like that. And then now when you're busy doing add-ups at the end of the day, trying to now track all the trades you've gone through, payments are still pending. So now it makes your life more difficult when you're doing those workings and stuff like that. Because now you got to remember back on, there's that payment that's still pending. Blah,
you
blah,
can't cash up a round number because it's like doing cash up at a shop or at a restaurant. Everything needs to be accounted for at the end of the day, you know. And I think those timelines are important. Like when people start using Quick Trader for their missions or any of the platforms that we're working on, they need to understand, I think one of the most important things is your efficiency, your time efficiency. Because as you're saying now, and as you're saying as well, it's difficult for us to keep clients if we're not going to be on top of the game. Because look at it the other way around.
I've probably lost a client to one of you guys because I took too long.
Same as well. Probably same vice versa.
We've all had it, man. We've all had
100%. Yeah, and I mean, you look at it from the perspective, like you're saying, the perspective of the buyer. So if I'm looking from my side, I want to come buy crypto from Keenan because I'm planning on following a certain trading strategy or whatever. Now it takes me an hour to get the coin from Keenan. I will never go back to Keenan again when 100%. I know there's how many other people on the platform selling offers at the same price that he is. So now why would I go to him if I can find somebody else who's quicker?
And an important stat just to mention, on your actual trade itself, you've got the trade time to release. So basically it averages out all of your trades for, call it your past 5 or 10 trades, right? It'll average those numbers out and then it'll update on its own. But if your time to release is more than like 5 to 10 minutes, your volume is dead. You won't have that much traction because that's like
what they see.
100%.
Yeah, it's the first thing now that another trader clicking on your profile is going to see, okay, I opened a trade with this guy, it's going to take 15 minutes to complete the trade, and he sees another profile, okay, it takes 5 minutes. I'll rather go there.
And they can probably score that for less fees sometimes as well. So
what do you guys think are like some of the most important stats on your profile that would give you like an edge over other traders, other competitors?
So reviews, very important.
Reviews, so like people's feedback
on your account and like trusts and stuff like that. So just positive, I would say positive engagement on your profile. And the way to do that is just engaging with other traders that you trade with. So when you do a trade with someone, you let them know, hi, I'm going to leave a good review on your account. We did good business together. Please leave one on mine. And then that's how I built up my reviews and sort of my kind of traction on my account.
You make sure that every trader is leaving you some sort of feedback. I think that's really important. I would also say just your volume as well. I think volume is important. The reason I say volume specifically is I think there's some traders that are also out there, they're fishing for a vendor for themselves that maybe does a lot of volume, and that trader is sitting there going, shit, I can do that kind of volume, but I need the right vendor to supply the crypto to me. So if you're pushing 15 to 20,000 USDT a month worth of volume, then you're on quite a good path to get bigger trades, to get more business, and you'll be entering like more of the middle class section, upper middle class of trades, which is nice. You make that move over from 2K trades and 5K trades to like 10 and 30, you know, 10 and upwards. And I think that's an important step to have because it can put you in that position.
100%, man.
Put you in a great position for it.
We were talking about the PDF proof of payments earlier, right? And in the session I was having with Marcelo a while ago, we were talking about how people might try to scam you on peer-to-peer platforms. So the example we used is you're in an open trade with someone and they send proof of payment on the trade, but you haven't received any money, even though on the proof of payment it says immediate payment, but you haven't received any funds. I mentioned you can actually verify proof of payments online. You can give trace IDs to the bank. With FNB, you don't even need to call the bank. You can just go onto their website and type in the trace ID, and you can actually check if a payment is valid. So if there's actually just a small delay, or whether that payment was made at all. Because someone might be like, oh, okay, the payment's just delayed, I'll release the crypto to them. But they end up never getting the payment because that was a fake PDF. I have an interesting scenario. What do we do when money has been received, right? PDF is fake or no PDF was received. What do we do in an instance where our coins are in escrow? We haven't given the coins to the buyer yet, but we've received money for it, but we don't have the correct documentation. What do we finish that trade?
No,
what do we do in that situation?
So basically what I would do is I would call my bank. I would let them know, like, listen, I've received this payment from a client or whatever. I haven't received the proper KYC. Can you please reverse that transaction? The bank will then reverse the transaction. You go and you take the evidence that your bank sent you of the transaction being reversed. You'll start a dispute on the platform where you're completing the trade on.
When you say dispute, what do you...
So you'll dispute the trade. So you'll bring a moderator into the...
So one of the quick traders will join the chat?
100%. And then they'll see like what you bring forth to them. You'll show like, listen, I received a fake proof of payment. Payment came to my account. Here's the evidence showing that I asked my bank to reverse it. I would like my crypto to release out of escrow and the trade to be closed. And then the moderator will come, they'll do the investigations, they'll see like the evidence that you supplied them from your bank on the trade chat, and they will release your coins out of escrow back into your wallet. And that's why we have escrow, for instances like that, to ensure your money is safe. If anything happens, it's safe in escrow, and you can provide the documents to get it out.
One side or the other will always get the funds either released back to you or you've sent it over to the client.
This is like what IG was saying. He was talking about the early days of money, of banking, the night something. Basically, traveling with your wealth in the past was so risky. So you go from city to city with all of your gold or whatever you're carrying, right? The first bank were these guys that basically you'd give them your gold or whatever in the city you're leaving. They'd give you a receipt. So you'd go to like a clone store or just another bank, and you take your receipt that you got from them, and then that indicates, that shop must have validated this. That was the first system of banking to safeguard your money. But we don't live in a We don't live
We're not in the
man.
Iron Age, Stone Age anymore. Yeah.
100%. I think people can take accountability and responsibility for the safety of their own funds and their own value.
100%.
And I think that's the beauty of crypto, man. Like it's great. Your wealth is really in your own hands.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
You make that decision waking up every day, knowing you're either going to put your best foot forward, you're going to start making yourself a little bit of extra income every day, or crypto could also be your worst nightmare. If you are blasé and you just kind of chuck money at it hoping it's a get rich quick scheme, you learn very, very quickly that
you lose quick, bro.
You lose so fast.
You fall on your ass before you can even see your feet.
And it does not feel good, bro. That's when you hit those when you have those bad dips, they're really bad sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think that's also the beauty of what you just mentioned now, is you control your own future in that sense, and you manage that finance that gets put into your hands in a sense, right?
Yeah.
I think it's great that even if you do put yourself in a hole, you are able to dig yourself out. And you're not going to find that anywhere else. Like you can go and put your 5% with a bank and stuff, but do you really think that that's going to save your ass as a fallback after 10 years of investment?
System,
it's not a broken system, it's a corrupt system. I fully believe the banks hold our money, and I don't know if everybody knows this, but they make interest. They make a crap load of interest on our money that we stash with them. So I think that's what the great part about crypto is we make our own interest. You want to talk about 5% in a year? We're talking numbers on our group. What are we talking? 600%.
Just when you're doing forex copy trading.
Yes, when you're doing copy trades, when you're doing swing, when you're doing perpetuals.
We're gonna need to unpack those things. Because we're running through those, but I think our viewers are only aware of arbitrage, spotting,
P2P,
derivatives, and P2P. So you mentioned swing trading.
There's swing trading. There's it's perpetual swing trading. That's what it's called. And then I went blank.
That's right. Okay.
Perpetual swing trading, and then the copy trades. That we do quite a lot. There's quite a few different methods that you can go off of, but that's the biggest ROI will be from your swing trades.
Okay. When you say ROI, just what do you mean?
It's your return on investment. So most of the guys on our group that we see doing these bigger trades and making huge profit, they obviously know exactly what they're doing. They've got a strategy.
I was copying Arthur
Heavy Crypto, yes.
Yes, Heavy Crypto on OKX. I think I put like 100 USD on his copy trade. He sent a link, and like when he was done trading, I was on like 130. So I made like $30, and all I did was give him my coin.
So percentage-wise, you made 30%.
30,
you literally
30%.
gained 30%
The
in
bank
one
gives
swing
you
session.
5% on your savings
Per
per
year.
year. I made 30% of my money just by copying someone much smarter than me. Yeah.
All a learning
so
curve,
easy.
man. It's all a learning curve. People are lazy. Now, I believe that in today's day and age, people are too lazy to educate themselves on stuff like this.
So true.
And if you've got an hour every day, I've said this before in previous recordings, if you've got just an hour every day, take half an hour in the morning and half an hour before you go to bed. Educate yourself on how you can make yourself successful and actually wealthy from crypto. So it's all a snowball effect.
So that really is. Actually, you'll be surprised at how things multiply from like the first month to like 2 months down the line.
100%.
You will be shocked.